It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Using his legs, it's Daniels. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. Wide open spaces. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Gator!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he's going to bring this one out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Use the play fake, now to throw. Slings it downfield. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today. It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. He's got him. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Makes the grab over the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
They'll go right back to it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
NC State has work to do to convert this third down. Scanning the field, it's Bailey. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got some room to run. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in the game.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Got his man.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Gets it out fast. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. If you're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Quickly out to the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. To the air, it's Bailey. Throws to the tight end. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Makes the grab. At the 35, he's loose. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on third down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
Caught. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not...
Touchdown, Wolfpack! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Trying to escape and get it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback, and you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
Finds a tight end. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So after the break, they'll go back to work. From the gun, the ground game. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Catch in the middle. It's Brown. There he goes. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Hand off from the shotgun.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Jones to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his big tight end. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Gators! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Auburn has the lead right now, but I'd hold off on that celebration over at Toomer's Corner for the moment. This one is not over. They're up by a field goal over South Carolina. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They'll keep it on the ground. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking to pass. It's Bailey. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Quickly to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Next, going for the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking for space. It's Lewis. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
To the air, it's Bailey. Buys a little time with his feet. The throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They'll move the wide receiver. They go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Third down coming up.
The Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass, and you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
Quick completion on the out. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Back to pass, it's Bailey. Throws for the tight end. Working the big fella downfield and outside.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage. And he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. So nice to have a target like that.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. NC State quick to the line. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Fakes the grab on the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. The give to the back. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't. He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
And I'm not going to say that was a must score, but that was a must score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
And the point after is good. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Abrams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
Take over. 1st and 10.
Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Gators will boot it away to start the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Wants to throw. It's Bailey. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field, and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Hauls it in. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on 3rd down. Instead, they're staring at 4th.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. NC State on the move, set up with another first down. Looking for a gap, it's Lewis. You'll take this every time, 5 yards on the first down play.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes.
Turning it on! A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
A little screen to the running back, and he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Dropping back, it's Bailey. Got him downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
The snap sets up the throw. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, North Carolina State! And here they come, almost all the way back. Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Auburn is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. And if that quarterback can find a little magic a la Cam Newton, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to South Carolina. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. That's caught. It's Brown. Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The give to the tailback. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Jones wants to throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. The Gators are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. A strike downfield. Oh, out of space. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gators!
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here.
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. Now he can return this. He's at the 50. The 30. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the final 53 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Jones to throw. Quickly complete. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Off play action. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Wilson. And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Running back searching for a hole. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
So now it's 2nd and long. Jones wants to throw it. Right on target this time. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
How impressive has this guy been throwing the ball today, especially after the game he had last week throwing 3 interceptions? He turned the page, he got himself focused for this game, and he's been making outstanding decisions all day long.
The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Grabbed behind the line, it's Jackson. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, this guy hasn't quite put up Heisman numbers in this game, but in a moment where they need him the most, in the fourth quarter, look how strong he is running. Breaking tackles, he's been smart, he still has the ability to cut. He looks like he could play another 4 quarters.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. Jones to throw. Under fire. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. Are forced to settle for the field goal. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. NC State going up-tempo.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Oh, he's got a chance. Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a 1st down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. The give on the option. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Touchdown, NC State! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
That is such a great job by the offense, putting together a touchdown drive when they needed it most. Not a lot of time left to go, but if their defense can get them the ball back, they've got an opportunity to kick a field goal and walk out of here with a win.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Doug.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
One play in this drive, and already out to the 41. It's 1st down.
Let's go!
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. They want that clock to run. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Oh, they're after him. With the catch, it's Daniels. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46.
Get set, get set.
Jones wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
And the Gators will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Going right to work up top. That's caught. It's Lewis. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 30. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Quick handoff.
Man, he tried to do all he could. He broke one tackle, but my goodness, guys were hitting him left and right in the backfield.
This is a staple for any good defensive coordinator. They want their guys to swarm to the football, to gang tackle. If one guy misses, another one's there.
No doubt. And the staple for the offensive coordinator or the offensive line coaches, block those guys. Don't watch them tackle our guys.
Looking for room. It's Lewis. And he's dragged down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And you got to use a timeout right now after that run play. You've got 3 in your back pocket. You can't take them with you. You're losing this game right now. So take all the time you can to make sure that your quarterback and your head coach and play caller are all on the same page.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, NC State.
So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. And it is good. Splits the uprights on the chip shot. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.